Hello, Aries. Good morning. This is your channel messages for the 9th of August. Finally, I can sit down. I was waiting for Lionsgate portal to pass. Lionsgate portal nearly took me the out, Aries. Anyways, we're different setup. Let's see how long this lasts, because I like to change it up on my channel here. Anyways, this is your channel message, Aries. So here we go, Aries. So I'm getting a major change is about to open in your life, or I'm getting you realizing something, Aries. Now, your channel message I have was some parents set their kids up for life. Some parents did not set their kids up, and some parents set their kids up for failure. I'm not sure what category you fall under, Aries. They say that it takes 5 generations to actually hit to come out of poverty, right? Hi, good morning, Treble Clef. Good morning, Lord Treble Clef. Jesus Christ, Treble Clef is in deodorant. Black people and deodorant. Black people always. Sorry, Treble. I never mean for show you, my deodorant filled the arm. Sorry, it's the black people effect. Anyway, morning, Treble, right? So I don't know where you fall under, Aries. Did your parents set you up for life? Like when you came out of the womb, did you have like things set up for you? Your parents have money. You go places and go school, and you never really had to worry about what you have to eat. Did you ever have to worry about rent or shelter? Did you ever know that your parents was poor? Because usually when you're poor, some kids will be like, I did not know my parents were poor until I went to high school. I don't know where they live, but I'm just saying, Aries, I'm not sure. No, Aries, you're the emperor, so you want to build an empire. But you might find it so hard to do this. It's you alone. Yeah, it takes 5 generations to hit wealth. So if your great grandmother and grandfather never leave wealth for them kids, you miss your opportunity. If your great grandfather and mother never leave wealth for you, you miss that. If your great never leave no wealth for you and them never pass down nothing, you miss that. If your great and your grandfather never leave on both sides, never left nothing for you, you miss that. If your great grandmother and your great grandfather never left nothing for you, you miss that too. If your grandmother never and your grandfather did not leave anything for you, you miss that. If your mother and your father did not leave or set up anything for you, you miss that. You need to know that these are the people you're competing with, Aries. When you look around and you say, how my life stay this way, why she can drive at 21, why this person can start a business at 17 and be a millionaire at 21. They're 5 parents, 10 parents, 5 grandmother, 5 grandfather. They left something for these kids. Your mother, I don't know where you fall under. Do you fall under the category of your parents leaving things for you? So you had a set up life, your life set up. You had a good family name. That's the difference between people who starting a e-commerce business at 18 and them is a millionaire at 21, and you who all of your family member them. And I'm not saying this is for everybody, Aries, but I'm just saying, if you want to know why is it so hard for you, is because it take 5 generations to hit wealth. You're the only part of your ancestry that want lick wealth. Maybe all of your other siblings, you think about a job. Them just they need to survive. And when them get them job, what happen? Them end up marry or them be with other men, and then the wealth was taken out of the family, and now she live with man, she live alone, she want buy her car for hype on her sister, and that's how the wealth end up never being accumulated within your family. So again, Aries, some parents set them kid up for life. You never have to work. Your parents already have a investment shit for you, and when you're 18, you get it. Then you have some parents did not set their kids up for life. All right. So the parents who did set them kids up for life, the kids them had things paid for. Them a drive from them at 14, 15. Mommy and daddy take them to school in cars. Them mommy and daddy own businesses. Them never really have to try too hard or struggle in their life, because their 5 parents did set them up. So you have to look upon yourself and say, what kind of blood clot family curse is on you, when you can say none of your 5 great grandmother and none of your 5 great grandfather did set you up, and you still come out and you have to take out student loan. That's why we talk about having kids is very selfish. Because for example, me who grades, or because my family line was very dispersed, especially when it came on to different cultures in my family line, who them leave well to was very debatable, because this side of the family was from here, this side of the family was from here. So all of the kids, all of the aunties, all of the grandmothers, all of these people, them kind of had to, every time them had a kid, them have to start over them wealth. So Aries, and again, some parents don't leave some kids. I'm sorry. So some parents set up them kids for life. Your parents would make sure so them had a plan for you before you come out. Some parents did not set up them kids, which means your parents just did have you in a poverty. Them had you out of wedlock. Them just have you because them got pregnant. They did not believe in abortion, even though they believed in staying with a man who cheat on them. Some getting it have to go and do everything yourself. Mommy never help you, daddy never help you, you never have no help, you have to take out student loan, you have to do this all by yourself. Then some of our parents set us up for failure. When you were a kid, your mother take out loans in your name. When you were a kid, your mother couldn't afford shit, so she sell you. She sell your soul. She sells something that belonged to you in order to sustain a lifestyle. By the time you turn 18 or an adult, you have a very fucked up or hard life to navigate because your parents set you up for failure. Some of us parents did set you up. Some of us parents never set we up at all. And some of our parents set we up for failure. From before we come out of the womb, the odds were against us because of a deal they make. Sometimes we come out of the womb and we don't have no help. Mommy and daddy can't help we. Maybe mommy and daddy wasn't educated enough to help us. And then some parents, from a come out of the womb, you already have everything set up for you. Again, Aries, you're the emperor. I'm getting you finding it so hard to build your empire. I'm getting you're competing with 5 generations of other people. That's why. And if you want to know, why is it that some people can start something and it take off so fast? They have 5 generations of a last name. That was something in society. Your generation that have 5 generations with the same last name, they were nothing in society. All let me focus on is starting a family or just hand to mouth, feeding themselves, having a car, these things for sustain them immediate family. They did not have generational wealth. That's why it's taking so hard, Aries. That's why when you look out, you see some people and do some things. Are you see how them people, how my life not stay so? Where were your grandparents? Them left nothing for you, or were they poor? Were your grands poor? So you're the only person who can be the emperor in your family, Aries. That's why it's so hard. Okay, and usually when you have 5 generations who did not leave you anything, Aries, and you become the sole generation for hit wealth enough to take care of your family, you miss out on your own family. You don't have kids, you don't have time for your girlfriend, you don't have time for your wife, because your five forefathers basically waste them blood clot 500 years. Them says slavery was what, 4,000 years ago? Okay, 500 years ago, but still poor based on my ancestors. Let's go ahead and go into your reading, Aries. Let's see what's up for you. I'm getting a major realization. You're going to realize something. Maybe you're not going to put so much pressure on yourself, knowing that, hey, you and all of your failed ancestors is doing something. Everybody else, mommy and daddy help. Mommy did buy the house, so you could have lived in the house. That your parents set you up for life. Them did make sure them buy a house before them bring in the world. Them set you up. Your parents never set you up in a life. That means when you come out, your parents are rent house. And you hear landlord knock on your door sometime. Mommy can afford the rent, sometimes she can't. Your parents never set you up. Your parents set you up for failure. Your parents use your name for rent a house. Don't know where you fall under, Aries, but I'm just telling you that if you're an emperor and you don't have no love, or you feel like you don't have time for love, that's why. Your 5 generations were very poor and they were all educated, and your 5 generations were not as ambitious as you are. You need to know that. That's why it's imperative sometimes to really and truly look on the mistakes our parents made. You need to know you're more intelligent than your mother. You need to know you're more intelligent than your father. You're more intelligent than all of your aunties, your uncles, your cousins. You are the only one who can live this lifestyle in your incarnation. How much grades you have. You tell me, say, none of them never left you nothing. None of them never say, you know what? Come make. None of them, bitch, 500 years. None. See, white people have insurance sometimes. I don't know what black people do, but they're too busy trying to hype on a bitch as to if them can keep a man and who we're the most expensive here. I don't know what your parents set you up for, Aries, but I'm saying if you're the emperor, that's why things are so hard. Let's go. We have the Queen of Swords coming out first, Aries. The Queen of Swords is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius woman. So I'm getting you're a speaker, Aries, right? That's how you're going to get your money. You're a talker. All right. We also have the Knight of Swords. I'm getting something about a fast talker. Are you into... I'm getting like auction. You know those people who talk very fast, auctioning, or I'm getting a quick speaker, fast speaker, or I'm getting a quick problem solver, Aries. Maybe that's what you're going to be known for. I'm getting in this lifetime, your wealth will come from speaking. I'm getting you speaking, but you're speaking very quickly and you're not... I'm getting, you know, like when you do a lecture for a class, you spend like 2 to 3 hours. I'm getting you doing like 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Or something like that. We also have the Nine of Swords. Okay, this could be something. I'm getting a feeling. Okay, I'm getting a said some. I'm sorry. Yeah, drink coffee. I'm getting Aries. Sorry, it says something prematurely. I don't know what you said. I'm getting something coming in your head and you decide to say it. Maybe you cuss off your family, you cuss off your mother, your parents. You say, you know what, come to think of it, you ain't shit. Come to think of it, the things that you're trying to tell me I'm not supposed to do, where the fuck were you abiding by the same rules and making a life for the life where you bring into this world? Me getting you said something, I know you feel really, really guilty, Aries. So maybe you call out your family on something. Maybe you ask your mother, what you did that do? Okay, what your mother did that do? Maybe you need to go back in your family history to know the trauma that happened. But in order for you to know that, people have to be honest. And I feel like being honest going to show that somebody was irresponsible, and that's why you can't have that conversation. Me getting a female. She's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Me getting something about you said something came in your head, and you say, you know what? I'm very angry. I'm very angry. I'm gonna say it. Me getting you say it. Maybe it could be about your life. Yeah, talk to your parents. You know, this is fucked up because you don't respect who I'm with, but you didn't make sure that before you brought me here, you set up my blood clot life. And I'm trying to choose a partner, and you're telling me that the partner I'm choosing is not good for me. Okay, well, if you think you're a good partner, why you never set up your life for your kids? Me getting you said something to a family member and know them feel guilty. We also have the Seven of Swords. This could be also be theft. Me getting theft. You might, so maybe you might realize all of your family member was hiding the fact that money was circulating, but you were the only person who did not get. Come getting it's like you're cussing off your parents and you're saying you never did this before my born and I had a fucked up life. And yes, I am responsible for my life. But if I am responsible for my life, you cannot dictate what happens in my life. Because obviously, before I was here, you dictated what happened in your life and you never set up my life. So you can't make me born on this earth and you are trying to tell me how to run my life when you never set up my life before me to come here. Me getting you having a conversation with your family, Aries, but maybe there's something about money that was stolen from you. So me getting them feel fuck up or them not address the problem. Like, yes, I never got to go to college. There was a college fund for you, but them take it from you. So you might not know. Come getting whoever you tell list, and maybe there's things about theft that happen in your name, but because them not tell you after your event and you cuss off your family members, me getting when you go home you feel bad. Because you say, you know what, my parents did do all they can do. My parents did try their best. You know, maybe, you know, it's a blessing that me here and me live so long, but you know, maybe I shouldn't be that harsh. You know, me getting it right though, Aries. You're right. And we have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, me getting you saying, I don't know if you're blaming your parents, Aries, or I'm getting because the Emperor is building up career for himself. The Emperor is building up something, and the Emperor wants to be wealthy. Them don't just want to work and just pay rent. And again, when you're very, very wealthy as an Emperor, you don't have time for a wife or kids. And if you do have a wife or kids, she's going to be severely neglected. You'll never be home. And then when you're home, you don't want to chill with your wife. You want to go out and do things what suit your brain. So either you're going to deal with a rich man and you're going to be neglected half of the time because you have to work. This could be you also got rich and you have to take care of your family. And even though you love your family, you say to yourself, how is this fair to me? Me know I'm a family, but how is this fair? Me can't even get my own family. Me can't know that I have successfully did what I need to do. Why me can't get my own family now? Me have to take care of my family. You have to take care of 500 generations of people who failed. And after them fail and you come out and you try a little thing, them I tell you that they're gonna fail too. Aries, it seems like your family set you up for failure. I don't think your family set you up, and I don't think your family forgot to set you up. I think they set you up for failure, Aries. Let's go again. We have a 2 of Pentacles. We also have a 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. We're getting maybe a family. Maybe you have big dreams and aspirations to have a lot of money. We're getting a family is not that ambitious. Them believe that you need for work, and even though hard work can bring you wealth, we're getting the wealth where you want 500 years worth of wealth loss. That's what you want. I'm getting maybe a family was saying, it would be easy for you to just, you should have went to college. How? You never give me nothing. You should have took out a student loan. Okay, but then me are in a debt. Well, other people, kids do. Not everybody family set them up for life. People had to struggle. That's perfect for them. But that's just not for you. I'm getting a saying that's not my life, your life. I'm getting Aries, there is a blame that you're trying to put on your parents, even though you're supposed to be responsible for yourself. But I'm getting it's coming from the fact that your parents is putting pressure on you while you're trying to navigate what value you want to have in your life based on your parents. You want to be a millionaire. Your parents say go school. So and then you ask your parents why you never go school. Oh, because I wanted to be a millionaire. Okay, so you're saying because you already tried something and it failed, you're just telling me, say, hey, mommy and daddy already tried this and it failed. So we're telling daughter and son, don't try this because you're going to fail. Try something else. Me getting Aries, you're fed up. Me getting you look on why is your life so hard, or you're looking on the fact that look around and why everybody can say when them look around them feel like people are further ahead than them. Me getting is because of parents. It's not because you're not working hard, Aries. It's not because you're not finding the right job. It's not because you never finished college. It's because the people you're looking on, them came from 5 generations of wealth. Them grandmother own houses. Them grandmother have car. Mommy have car. My grandmother never have car. My mother never have car. My great grandmother never have car. At least 4 generations of my family never blood clot drive. Never. They never had driver's license. At least 4 generations. So now, if you're the first person in your whole blood clot generation who have a driver's license, it's a big deal for you. But there's 17-year-olds who their own car because mommy and daddy did have car before them born. Them father ahead of you. So catch up with 5 generations. And it's not about slavery. This is not about slavery. When we talk about slavery, we talk about the repercussions of, okay, fuck slavery now. Because Aries, I'm gonna tell you motherfucking something, and the only reason I talk this way is because I've been around these people. A lot of people who talk this way, they've never been around these people, okay? Even if you feel like slavery, even if we feel like we were robbed of slavery, all right, and we never, even if in 2026 we never got the same chance as white people or other races, you did get a chance. And what you do with the money? Exactly. So I really want to hear nobody talk about slavery and racism and them little bumbleclot things there right now, especially for me, who's very experienced and diverse with the other races, right? I really want to hear nobody ask and I talk about, bumbleclot slavery and you never get paid and I just can't see myself forgiving somebody who did this to me. First of all, bitch, the reason why slavery is abolished is because there was a white nigger who felt like it was wrong. Slavery wasn't abolished by black people. Second of all, nigger, if you know that now that you got the chance to not be a slave, why you still invest your money in a fuckery? Why you still a spinner? No, you're not a slave now. 2026, you're not don't talk about 400 years. Don't talk about 4,000 years ago. 2026, you're not a slave no more. 2026, no, you can be an emperor. You can have your lash business, your hair business. You can do all of this. Why you do with the money? You invest your money in a generational wealth. Are you and your family a cuss because you not share money like how Glorilla and her sister a cuss? So I'm just getting Aries. I'm getting, even though you're blaming your family for what it is that you lacked growing up, I'm getting your family is also blaming you for, like, the family said, well, you just need to take responsibility. But I'm getting it's hard for you to take responsibility when your family keep intercepting what you feel like you need to do in life. What them never try, or them try and fail and know that you're trying, it's like them make you feel before you can blood clot try. Or again, Aries, you're having a conversation with your parents and you're saying, I felt like it was very unfair growing up that I had to take care of you, and now me miss out on having my own family because you couldn't figure it out. And it's okay if you can't figure it out. I'm here to help, but why am I have to neglect my life for no? Maybe your family, that's how your family set you up for failure. Them set you up for brainwash you, for think that you're obligated to them. And that's your only purpose in life, because them couldn't figure it out. We also have the world card, that's completion. We have the sun card. Yeah, did you end up having kids? Even if you never did want kids, did you end up you had the money. You have the money, Aries. No, you're the emperor, you have the money. You will never even get a chance to think about if you didn't want to reproduce, because you get set up for failure. And maybe your parents were like, well, reproduction is not about you being successful in life. Well, you not being successful in life, Aries, is what caused majority of your problem then. I'm getting maybe a childhood was robbed of you. Maybe there's some things in your childhood that traumatized you because of the fact that you grew up poor. That other people never... People can grow up rich and still get molested too. I'm not saying that poverty was the problem, because poverty will teach you to be humble. Poverty will teach you how to be manners rebel. You understand? It will teach you how to be polite and say please and thank you. Please, thank you. That's how we know somebody did born in a very down-to-earth, impoverished place. They say please and thank you. Enough time I say please and thank you to people here. Them think some fucking special needs, or them think I'm slightly retarded. Come to keep I tell strangers please and thank you. Bitch, come from poor places. I come from places where you don't... If you go up on the road today and you don't tell somebody good morning, the whole community talk about you. I say, no, so Vanessa pass and don't tell me good morning. Jesus Christ, she have no fucking manners. Right? These people here, them not give a fuck about telling you good morning. No, I don't know if that have to do with the fact of wealth or what it is, but we know coming from humble beginnings and coming from poor places, manners, being respectful and polite, saying please and thank you to strangers is a must. You have to do it. You have to. You have to do it the same way you have to wash your underwear. You have to do it. It felt so weird when I came to Canada for the first time. Anytime I go up on the road, I say morning. People them look for me so. When I'm in Quebec, I say morning, good morning. I'm going to Tim Hortons. Yeah, morning. Yeah, I can get up. Because when I'm in Jamaica, so when you grow up in Jamaica, because Jamaica, I grow up and I grow here. When you grow up in Jamaica, you say morning, you say good morning. Yeah, shopkeeper, morning. Sell me this. When I'm in Quebec, you say good morning. People look at you so. Bitch, I never wake up with you. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about my manners. Sorry about saying please and thank you. Okay? So we have a sun card here. Me getting you feel like you was robbed of your happiness. Or me getting you try to talk to your parents about when you were a child. I'm getting your parents don't want to hear nothing about it. Or again, them don't want to admit that certain things them did was fucked up, because now it means that they were irresponsible. You need to know if you're more successful than your parents, you were the responsible one. You need to know that. One more. We have the Chariot. And then who knows? Suppose your grandmother or grandfather or people in your family was involved in the criminal system. That put a hint up on your name. You need to know that. Some people have 5 generations who never been arrested. Can you say that about your family? And I'm not saying this is what goes for everybody who's been in a situation, Aries, but I'm just saying some of our parents set us up for life. That's why some of them are drive by 16. Some parents never set you up at all. That's why you have to come out and get a driver's license at blood clot 30. And then some parents set you up for failure. Perhaps your parents had a driver's license in your name when you were a baby and never used your identity. And now you grow up, you don't have a proper identity for yourself because your parents set you up for failure, Aries. So don't think that rich dad, poor dad is what going to get you to be successful in life. It all goes back to the 5 generations you come from. Who were they? What did they do? Did they build anything? They rob, they thief. That's why if you have aspirations to be an emperor, that is why it's so hard for you to reach. I get it because of your generations of poverty. And you still can beat the odds, Aries. You can still be the first person in 5 generations to actually make it to a millionaire or more. But I'm just saying, in order for you to do that, you need to know that there's nothing your parents can tell you, or you have to seek the guidance elsewhere. You know? You can't seek the guidance from your parents to be a millionaire when your 5 parents never had money. You need to know that you have to step away. I never say for abandon your family, but you have to step away from your family to learn how to make the million. Because 5 generations of your family could not do it. And it's unfair for your parents to not set you up in life, Aries, but them criticize what you're doing because you're trying to build wealth. It's very unfair. So let me get some of these cards and I'm going to leave it here, Aries. No, sorry, it's Spanish. We have the deal. Yeah. We're getting a deal with the devil. Who made the deal? Or we getting you're about to make a deal? Maybe you're about to come into a lot of money. All right. If your parents never set you up, I feel like you can't help them. If your parents did set you up, you can't help them. But if your parents set you up for failure, I don't think your parents will be happy when you get this deal. We also have melancholy. You come and get you feel sad. And yes, look how much other people them have help, them can do this, them can't. I'm getting you can't. You are going to be rewarded, Aries, but it's going to be lonely at the top. So it's lonely at the top for people who family never figure it out for them. If your family did figure it out for you and you're at the top, it's not lonely. You have your family. We also have demons. Yeah, and then we don't know what kind of family curses on your family. Does the family have a history of drug use? Them have a history of being in, again, them in a problem with police. Them up on most wanted lists. We don't know. Yeah, one more. We also have a choice. Yeah, Aries have a choice to make. You can be what your mother is telling you to be, or you can be more ambitious. Because once your parents never set you up before you were born, chances are you are more ambitious than your parents. You need to know that. That's why it probably is best that you set boundaries. Not boundaries to hurt them, but boundaries to say, listen, you couldn't figure it out, I will. And we need the space and time to do this. Because you couldn't do it, she couldn't do it, grandma couldn't do it, granddad couldn't do it. And even if all of these people, your great-grands, had the ability to provide something for you, they found love somewhere else. So if your grandfather did have money, but you meet your grandmother, but him left her, she left him, and him went to another family and him gave the wealth there. Apparently that was your life, unfortunately. I'm going to leave it here, Aries. We're going to the next reading. So yeah, I'll be back.